Reporters are practicing safe hurricane coverage, and apparently Ian will not get anything through this. Yep, that's a condom wrapped securely on a mic. Got your attention? This picture went viral for all the wrong reasons this week. Now, in my 15 years in TV news, I'd never seen this done, but in all fairness, apparently this is a thing. It does beg some questions, though. Where did the condom come from? Does the news station keep a box at work? Either way, the stick mic was able to evacuate safely. Bringing you what's ignored, sensationalized, misleading, or just plain false, here's your media malfeasance for the week. President Biden had a difficult time safely evacuating a podium on Thursday.
Mr. President.
Was he looking for Jackie again?
Representative Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here.
Representative Jackie Walorski died in a car accident in August. President Biden had actually released a statement at the time of her death. Now, the press corps actually did their job and asked about the gaffe in relation to growing concern over the president's cognitive health. It didn't go well for KJP.
And she was on top of mind. I mean, that is not an unusual scenario there.
I have John Lennon top of mind just about every day, but I'm not looking around for him anywhere.
When you sign a bill for John Lennon as president, then we can have this conversation. Okay, go ahead.
These moments of confusion are happening with the constituents.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, there are Americans are watching this and are having concerns. What do you say to that? This is a legitimate question. We need to have some answers.
The corporate media machine is trying their best to use the hurricane hitting Florida against its governor, Ron DeSantis, but it's not been working out well.
Whoa. Give me a break. That is nonsense. Stop politicizing, okay? Stop it. We declared a state of emergency when this thing wasn't even formed. We've had people in here, you've had counties doing, they've done a lot of hard work, and honestly, you're trying to attack me, I get, but like you're attacking these other people who've worked very hard, and so that's just totally false.
Yet propaganda puppets still champion a candidate like this.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles. No.
And MSM is losing its mind over Giorgia Meloni being elected Italy's new prime minister on Tuesday. Just look at all the headlines, making sure they describe her as far right or right wing. How come you never see headlines describing a candidate as far left or super socialist? Even before she was elected, Politico's headline reads more like satire. Will Italy's first female prime minister be bad for women? Or how about this? Giorgia Meloni is a danger to Italy and the rest of Europe. Roberto Saviano is referring to her slogan, God, Homeland, and Family. Wow, scary. It's so scary to mention God or family that YouTube pulled down Meloni's 2019 World Congress of Families speech, where she focused on family values. In it, she says, why is the family an enemy? Why is the family so frightening? Because it defines us, because it is our identity, because everything that defines us is now an enemy for those who would like us to no longer have an identity and to simply be perfect consumer slaves. Oh, but YouTube says removing the video was just a mistake. Why do these mistakes only affect one side? Russell Brand asked a similar question this week.
We have been officially censored by YouTube. They took down one of our videos for misinformation. But why are big media organizations not censored for misinformation in the same way? Is it because YouTube are part of the mainstream media now?
They removed his video on the eve of his new Rumble show debut. Interesting timing. And Don Lemon gets owned again this week.
What effect does climate change have on this phenomenon that is happening now? Because it seems these storms are intensifying. That's the question here.
I don't think you can link climate change to any one event.
Okay, well, listen, I grew up there, and these storms are intensifying.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't take Don Lemon's word for anything, frankly. Just look at the science. We're told trust the science. Well, I'll quote you the science. Even the United Nations Bible of global warming, the latest report of its Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, they admit we're in fact getting fewer cyclones and hurricanes with global warming. Fewer or the same, not more. And it's not clear yet if we are getting more intense ones.
But while hyping up the hurricane, our big three ignore the major stock market dive this week. Newsbusters. The stock market plunged at the end of the second quarter, blotting out a whopping $9 trillion worth of Americans' wealth. But the ABC, CBS, and NBC evening news shows completely ignored the news on Tuesday night. But they sure did report every little dip under Trump. Here's why the media ignores the crash. FactsAreFirst.com keeps an updated Biden versus Trump market comparison. The Trump-era market performed as high as 63% better. And after a media blitz of recession denial, which appeared to include attempts at redefining the word, now it's, we're not in a recession, but if we are, it's great. WAPO, 7 ways a recession could be good for you financially. But is Fox News any better? Information Liberation points out Fox News' Griffin says there's no evidence U.S. was involved in Nord Stream 2 explosion this week because the Pentagon says so. That's it. That's the source. Anyone remember the Pentagon Papers scandal? CNBC tied itself in knots on Thursday over this report. The first openly trans Army major and doctor wife charged in plot to give U.S. military medical info to Russians to help in war against Ukraine. Jordan Chamberlain, CNBC is so afraid to misgender the trans Army officer who tried to give soldiers medical information to Russia that they changed their article 3 times. And here's something that flew under the radar. FBI changes total number of documents seized from Trump's estate. 63 additional documents or photographs were taken from Trump's resort than the FBI listed before. Nothing shady about that. I'll leave you with this. If you're frustrated, you're not alone. A recent Gallup poll finds nearly 80% of Americans are dissatisfied with the way things are going. To stop the gaslighting and find the truth, see all my content on freenews.news and join my community. Subscribe at ChristyLeeTV.locals.com.